Morning, sunshines. Oh, man. I knew I lost it. Know all about that if you're a guitar player. I think I've got probably 1 million of them somewhere. But all you need is one or none. But I'd rather have one. Shoot, man, I broke my E string on my electric. Trying to play some Linkin Park. If you know anything about playing, or if you know anything about Linkin Park music or trying to play it or anything, they do everything real extreme. So you gotta like tune your you gotta tune your I don't need to be on. You gotta tune your strings to the point of almost breaking your guitar. But yeah, I don't know. I was supposed to make karaoke last night and I didn't, because okay, so let's start off. My tuner going out, and I broke my E string on my guitar. The little E, of course. The little E is the one that pops. They should sell a packet of little E's. Well, now, let me see. Well, now I gotta find a charger for it. Of course, it's like, oh, and I found one. It's one of the 3 or 4 or 5 different charger things I have. You know, fuck Universal. Anyhow, yeah, let me just concentrate. I need it focused for a minute. All right, I just gotta play this part. I'll be right back. Make sure everything's plugged in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Woo, if it wasn't so early, I think I'd go and cook me some brekkie. Yeah, so anyhow, I didn't even make karaoke last night, which I hate missing. I love my karaoke, but I love my people up there too. All that stuff, talking about that, you know, stress relief and having your people and all that. You know, you listen, man, let's be real. Human nature, people get, you know, I don't know, I see a lot of times, man, people will be talking about things like, oh man, I do all this stuff for everybody, no one looks out for me, and blah 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 blah. And I mean, you listen, you're probably right, you know, but understand that nobody does anything without having it affect them. Nobody. I don't care who you are. You might have good intentions and a good heart, and that's great. But you know, that's who you are, right? So when you do something good to help somebody, you're getting a good feeling back. Otherwise, what's the drive? What's going to even make you think about that on this planet? I mean, you think about what what existence is and understanding is. Understanding is exactly that. There's a reason why we do what we do, because of what's going on up in here, and we all like it. All of us are going off what's on here. You shut this thing off, just like that. So you're all, there's something that everybody is into, things that affect them, and it can be real hard sometimes to understand, to look through other people's perspective on things, and I think that sometimes what I see a lot of times is people will maybe do something to somebody that will affect them, make them feel like, oh, this person doesn't care about me, or this person, I do everything for this person. And, here, ultimately, listen, if you're actually doing something for somebody, I'm not talking about like, okay, you go to a job interview, let's say you're looking for a job. You go to a job interview and you get that, or you get the job, you're working there. Why are you going to work there? You going to work there to hang out with new people? No, you're going there for a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, I don't want to lose my point here. So when you do something for a real, like for a friend, if you're really a true friend, you're not looking for anything in return. Now, there are there are friendships that form over time and all that, and there are business relationships, and there are acquaintances, and honestly, acquaintances can line you up with a job, do things like, just a friend could help. Oh, you're looking for a job. You don't know how, your relationships with the people that you do associate with or are good friends with or what have you will affect you, And the other thing is, listen, a real true friend, one that actually really cares about you, like, they'll feel your pain, and want to do something just to relieve your pain, because they don't want to see their friend go through that, and that's a good friend. And it doesn't mean they're always going to catch every little thing that's going on in your life. You got to understand, we tend to keep those things hidden, because hey, listen, they bring a feeling of guilt sometimes, or a feeling of, oh, I'm not, I'm doing bad, I'm struggling, I don't want to talk about that, I don't want you to look at me like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you struggling? You could just, a lot of people are struggling right now because, dude, things are expensive. I don't know if you've checked, but everything is expensive. You raising kids, all these things, just living, just eating, just keeping the lights on, things of that nature, very expensive. And, you watch, everyone wants to be rich and blingy, right? It feels good. You can, you feel, for me, I would like to help people. I would love to open up maybe someday some boxing gyms in some bad areas, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, some areas where kids don't have a lot of resources, we'll just say, and set up a food truck out there. I plan on getting into the food truck business here and all that, and that will be TikTok, hopefully within a year, working on it. We have things we go through life. I went through a real bad stomach thing that messed me up. I had built quite a clientele with what I do and all that. And for 2 years, man, I really couldn't work very much. I tried and tried and tried. And that kind of thing will bring you, it can bring you down real quick from what you built up. And that's why health is so important. And I've always known that, but I never had anything affect me like that. You know what I'm saying? And to be affected, man, like that, it wasn't necessarily an eye-opener. I could foresee it coming. I knew it was coming if I couldn't get better, and I stayed prayed up, to be honest with you. That's really what's gotten me to the point I am. Yeah, the strength to, when I did feel good, to go do what's right, to go train, I stayed, I'd probably be a freaking feather floating around right now had I not done that, going through that. Because, there were times I'd go 2 weeks without really being able to eat. And anyhow, point being is, we go through things in life. You don't necessarily know what someone's been through. Definitely don't judge. and show your love to people, man. Even if it's just a smile or a hi in the morning to someone that you don't know how that might, really improve someone's day, I mean, hey, look, I like to be around people that are happy, but it doesn't mean that everyone's always going to be happy. And if you're not, there's real legit people that will take advantage of you. But also remember that no matter who you are, people are in generally 95% of their time, if not more, thinking about what they got going on, because that's who they are. We all are right here. Bing! We're not, where's the guy? We're not right there. You see what I'm saying? So try to show your love, be more understanding, know who your real friends are. Small circles are better, to be honest with you. Don't hate on people for not maybe being compassionate about what you got going on. They got stuff going on. Everyone's got stuff going on. Imagine a world, imagine a world that everyone helped everyone and tried to love everyone. It'd be a way different place.